The vice mayor of LA put out a video calling for gangs like the 18th Street gang, which she specifically mentions in her video, calling for them to defend their turf when ICE agents come in to find illegal criminal aliens. Now, just think about this for a moment here. This is not some gangbanger bitch, putting out a video on her personal TikTok, okay, which, would still be essentially incitement to violence, I think. I think it's, you can't get much closer, right, to say that, yo, gangbangers, you're all always talking about your turf and defending your turf, and hey, we all know that these gang members are killing each other over turf, like murders, street violence, like, drive-bys and shit. The vice mayor knows that. And she is specifically calling, and she's basically making fun of them, calling them pussies, that they're not defending their turf, right? She basically tries to kind of smooth the edges of her video off by saying, look, we're out here, the regular people, trying to organize and help defending our neighborhoods, and y'all are doing nothing. Y'all better get organized. And she could probably try to say, well, what I meant is they should organize like baking rallies and shit, and organize protests and make signs. That's what I meant when I asked for the 18th Street gang to defend their turf, because it seems to me like when ICE agents come, not a peep out of the rough, tough gangbangers. This is not just some lady. This is the vice mayor of LA. I think her name is Cynthia Gonzalez. I could be wrong, but that's what I think her name is. I'm rarely like speechless, you know what I mean? But this is like one of the rare times where I'm actually like, holy shit, man. How close is America to an actual civil war here? Because I tell you what, these people in positions of power are openly defying, not only openly defying federal law and federal agents and trying to impede them and allowing riots and all kinds of shit. Then they sue about the National Guard coming in, Gavin Newsom, right? And then they fucking, they also encourage actual gangs, like violent gangs, that normally a mayor of a city is trying to fight. Now she's talking to them on camera as if they're her buddies. And she's like, yo, where the Cholos at? You know what I mean? What the fuck is happening? Listen, Trump administration, please, I get it. You've got a lot of shit going on. All right? I get it. Okay? But come the fuck on here. You cannot continue to let these fucking Democrats walk all over you. Please start locking some of these fucking people up. It doesn't matter if they're mayors or chiefs of police or whatever their title might be. Fuck them. Please, somebody get some fucking backbone. This cannot be happening. You know what I mean? It's bad enough if just some regular gangbanging bitch made a TikTok about that, because, probably if the FBI really wanted to, they could probably file a case on her for incitement to violence, because she's calling for violent gangs to violently protect their neighborhoods against ICE, federal agents. That's a call to violence. Now, whether or not legally that would make a case or not, that we could debate that, right? But if the FBI wanted to make a case out of it, they sure as hell could. You know what I mean? Especially since this is an elected official. And I'm pretty sure they have to have some sort of neutrality when it comes to, they can't take the side of violent gangs against federal agents. That's just not a thing. That can't be happening. And look, James Comey gets away with the 86-47 thing with the seashells. On the one hand, I get why there's no point in really bringing a case or wasting money on it, because he'll get out of it by lying and saying, oh, he didn't know that, or he didn't mean it, or he found the seashells that way, he thought it was nice, and there probably won't be a case. What bothers me, though, is if it would have been a Republican or a Trump supporter or anybody in Trump's previous administration, the Democrat DOJ and FBI would have kicked that person's door in, probably arrested him before he even got to his car from the beach. Okay? So we are allowing these Democrats to piss on our heads and call it rain. Well, I'm not, but the Republicans are, and the Trump administration is. I mean, come on. Okay? Yes, some things are moving on slowly forward. We'll see. We got a lot of promises from Dan Bongino and Cash about all the awesome things we're going to be seeing coming up here. Pretty much 3 weeks ago. Still haven't seen shit. The whole thing, all the things. Right? Okay, Trump may have made the right decision with the Iran strikes. We'll find out how it turns out. The tariffs thing is still pretty much a gamble. We'll see. Hopefully, I trust Trump. I trust the administration. So we'll see. But right now, if we're talking results based after the first 6 months, the only results we've gotten is the things that Trump signed executive orders on. And that's the border shit, the trans shit. Those things we're seeing results in. Border security, the deportations are moving along, even though they're getting fought against, vehemently, right? But, come on, people. You can't let these fucking people call for violence against ICE agents directly from gang-banging gang members. I mean, she specifically mentioned the 18th Street gang. This is unacceptable. I expect the FBI to go after this bitch full force. You know what I mean? Don't predict what the outcome of a case is going to be. Just file the fucking charges. Run a case on that bitch. This is unacceptable. Try to get it. Do something. Try to do something. It's the same thing with the people in Congress. Do fucking something. Stop talking about everything. Just do fucking something. It's unbelievable. These people are getting away with fucking murder, just like they got away with it in 2020 with the Summer of Love, the politicians calling for violence against Republicans, and none of that shit, everything cool. As long as Democrats are breaking the laws and the rules and the fucking regulations and the etiquette and the tradition and whatever the fuck else they all talk about all the time, then everything is cool. But when the Republicans do anything, it's got to be no, we can't go to that level, guys. We got to just be a speed bump for these Democrats. No, fuck that shit. The people in America are tired of getting bullied by these people that don't deserve to be in power, shouldn't have ever been in power, and should be removed from power, and everybody basically agrees, and yet they're still weaponizing their power against the will of the American people. That shit has to stop. So, people, what are these people trying to... You know what I think? I think the Democrats are trying to ignite a civil war. I really do. I really do. Because at some point, and this is a warning for the Republicans and the Trump administration from just me, truck driver, dude from Germany, which I know my opinion doesn't mean shit to those people, but I'm just saying, if you guys don't start hitting some fucking nails with those hammers here pretty goddamn soon, I think you're going to see a very, very big uprising of people, because people are going to have had it. You know what I'm saying? I think people are going to have had it. And it's going to be over for Republican Party support. And that doesn't mean they're going to go to Democrats. Maybe people will start just electing independents or libertarians or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And fuck this Democrat-Republican BS bullshit. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't really seem to matter who's there. When it comes to accountability, we're not seeing shit. You guys are letting these people get away with everything they're doing. And the reason why this cunt mayor, deputy mayor, second mayor, not real mayor, the reason why she had the balls to put this video up there and so blatantly call for violent action from 18th Street Gang and more is because she knows the Republicans are too pussy to do fucking anything about it. That's why she's doing it. If the Republicans and the Trump administration, the DOJ, the FBI would just fucking make an example out of just one of these fucking morons, maybe we would get some faith back in the system. You know, that we're all equal under the law and all this other BS shit that we're getting fed every day. Come on, guys, get your fucking heads out of your asses. Jesus Christ. Unreal.